G'day, welcome back. So, what a day, check it out. Thursday, bit of a slow start to the day, but then it's super hot in my studio. Decided to come down to the beach, have a bit of a swim, I did. Now I'm down by the boat sheds. People still swimming out large. I think it's about 7 o'clock, maybe even a little bit later. Photographic news. Got my film back that I shot with the new lens from my processors, and very happy with it. That weird Cobra lens, but very sharp. Not super contrasty from the test prints that I had made, or I got the whole roll made into test prints, which I'll show you after this. Yeah, seems sharp across from edge to edge. Contrast not super high, which I kind of like in a lens anyway. And overall, stoked with it. I think it might be my new favourite 35mm lens. Not that I've tested a lot of my other nice ones, but hey. So yeah, there's that. And shot a few frames today down here. Nothing wildly exciting. That's about it. Oh, I'm going to take back that Minolta Riva tonight. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed about that. I was looking forward to using that actually, but she's got some other listings that I might actually see if she'll swap for. Other than that, yeah, had a bit of slowdown on action towards this book. I want to do another test book with the square format book that I did. I'm thinking it's a limited number of pages, that book. I rang them up and they won't do more pages for some reason. So I'm thinking maybe if you buy my book, it comes in as 2 of those little square books, which could be quite cool to play with that format. But I want to do some of the images that I put in the Burnouts book into that format to see if it was just my editing or the printing that I wasn't happy with for that other format. I'm not going to use that other format anyway, they were too expensive, but something went wrong in the process, either their printing or my editing, that they just weren't sharp. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, what a day. Been out with the kids today, not my kids but just random kids, helping them find crabs and things. It was fun. The water was freezing, but hey, it is Wellington. So yeah, talk to you soon. Peace. Forgot to tell you something. I've moved to the other side of the car now, less direct light, but whatever. I'm entering a photographic exhibition. It's a kind of famous thing. It's called Paper Pirates. You submit up to 4 images and they're all exhibited, and then on the night of the exhibition there's a beer sponsor, and once all the beer runs out you get to take whatever you want off the wall. So yeah, they ask for digital submissions. This is the first time they've asked for digital submissions. Normally they ask for paper, actually printed submissions. So I'm probably going to print some of my images, and then yeah, there's an Auckland show and a Wellington show, and I'm going to put images in both. Yeah, so that's quite exciting. I'm quite excited about that. I've only actually had my images exhibited once before, and that was just as part of a group show. It's something I want to do a lot more of, and I think this is a good way of just sort of dipping my feet in the water. If you want to check it out, what it's all about, paperpirates.org. Later, alligator. This was shot with that new 28mm Cobra lens for Pentax came out that I scored. I'm just checking I can see everything. Yep, so what I do now, I'm actually going to add a mirror to this shot. Beginning of every film, I shoot the film, so I've got a quick visual reference as to what film the prints are from, and I'm going to include a mirror so that you can actually see the camera. Smart, right? I think so. So that was the first shot. Second shot, mistake. Third shot, driving up to Foxton to see my folks. I must move over here a bit. And the light was really dramatic on this scene, and there were cows over here though, right in the back there. You can come up real close, you might be able to see the cows. But they were much closer in the scene. When I pulled over, they all just moved away, unfortunately. Moved away, no pun intended. And then the clouds moved and the sun changed a bit and it went real flat, but then it came back to this, which was not as cool as when I first drove past and saw it, but still I'm pretty happy with that. I took another one with the gate and fence, so this is peering over the gate and fence, and this is with a gate and fence in it. The light is slightly nicer in this one, in this area. I might get this one, I think I like this one better, printed about a stop lighter. Pretty happy with that shot. This is where I was parked. Polarizing filter on all of these. And it was later in the day, about maybe 4 o'clock. And I thought, oh, I get like car going past with some motion blur. But I wish I didn't get a white car, but it's still pretty cool. I really like this shot. I shot one like this the other day with the LT1, but it didn't come out as nice. This is my parents' front yard / rose garden. My niece and nephews' little plastic playground. So these are sharp, man, like real sharp. That lens is surprising, but the contrast, like it's not super contrasty. You can probably get a better idea of it in these ones actually. So this is, I shot this twice. If you're eagle-eyed you can probably see the difference. This one's with a smaller aperture. So this one, the flower's very sharp. This one, it's not, like obviously not as sharp because it was wide open, but they're both quite flat, but I really like them. And I like this one better. I hope this is bright enough, but anyway. Then I went down to the wharf because they went home, and I shot these two, which I can't tell any difference. And I was thinking about why did I shoot two, and what I think I did, I think one I focused on the marina with a like massive depth of field, like F11 or something, and the other one I was focusing on infinity, but I can't tell them apart. This second one actually might be a bit sharper across the board, like this is in focus, incredibly in focus. So this might actually be the better of the two. That's marginal. I'm really excited about taking this shot, but it doesn't work for me at all. There's nothing there. Weird. I liked it so much, but in this one I was sitting chatting to them, and then I asked them if I could take a few extra shots, and doesn't work either. Those two are wasted film. I really like this print. I don't know if this, like, yeah, two things. I don't know if the seagull makes it better or worse. And I took ages getting both corners of this grass in. And I looked on the negative, and it is actually, that corner is on the negative. I should have probably stepped back a foot or so and got the whole lot in there. But I really like this picture a lot. This is the other end of the wharf. Can't decide if I like this one or not. Interestingly, I thought this, when I was shooting it, that this was going to be really blown out, but it isn't. And it was much brighter than that. This would be one of those prints that would look really cool blown up huge, because there's a father and son here. The small detail in this would be cool, much bigger. This is probably definitely my top 3 favourite shots of this film. Well, top 5 anyway, but probably top 3. I'm not sure if she knew I was taking a photo, or she just happened to be looking that way. I wish she was looking straight ahead, but I really like it anyway. Polarizing filter again. These are all shot with polarizing filter. This is just down at the beach, down by the surf club in Foxton. I focused about here. Really like that shot. This is in that video. I've got a video of me down at the beach, and this is that shot I took. Nothing. This is another shot away. What happened to the focus there? Hey, focus. It's gone wildly out of focus and it won't refocus. Focus, man. Okay, cool. Back in focus. That was weird. Just a photo of my truck. It is what it is. And I really like this print as well. This is down at Tite Bay. Family having fish and chips. Incredible detail in this part here. Rocks. It's really nice. So my 3 favourites, my 3 standouts. Top 3, let's see. That one definitely. Probably that one. Maybe that one. That one. That one. Oh man, I have a lot of shots on this film. I like a lot. So these are my favourites. This one needs to be lightened up a little bit. The detail on here is real nice. This was the shadow side, but it could be a bit lighter. So that's probably not my favourite of my top 3. This is definitely, I like that print a lot. That is definitely. I'm on the fence about that one. That's great, good, but not great. Yeah, so these are my 3 favourite. Zoom out a bit. Cool. And my favourite is this one, I think, as far as like a nice printable image. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to apologise for the focus issues in that when I was showing you the results from that film. I was trying a new app, I was trying to open camera, and I didn't know how to do the focus lock thing. So yeah, sorry about that. Later.